Well, it's 2006. Time for my third year of being on the Madden Challenge. Since the last time I was in it, I competed one other time and I took ninth again, losing to the eventual winner of Seattle. There were some flaws in last year's game that really made me upset. And so going in, I knew there was no way I was going to win. But this year, I think my offense is by far the best offense I've ever had. So I have a good chance. I give myself 1-4 winning Seattle. Well, 1-8, 1-4 of getting to the finals. Since the last time I played, I got into art. Behind me is a picture of my sister and her children and her husband. And so art's something that I really like. I'm still learning. I haven't mastered it quite like I've mastered Madden football. And I've got, let's see, today's Tuesday. The championship for Seattle is on Sunday. So I'm registered. Don's going to come up again. You'll see Don, maybe see a little action. Hopefully we'll take you all the way. I can't believe I'm doing this again. Hold on a second. Okay. Last time you saw me, it was 2004, competing for the Madden Championship. This year, Madden 2006. The curse continues as McNabb recently was injured, and on Monday night, last night, the Seahawks kicked Philly's ass. Seahawks going all the way. Actually, the Bears of Seahawks, doesn't matter to me. I'm a fan of both. So, first thing about the Madden Challenge this year is that we have a brand new game system that it's on. It's not on the PS2 anymore. It's on the Xbox. And the Xbox controller is quite a bit different. Instead of having two trigger buttons in the back, it has one of each, and you have to use these black and white buttons. And I've been working on this for a month, and I finally think that I've got the system down. And this could actually work out to my advantage, because most of the kids who are playing Madden 2006 use the PS2. And they're 16, 17 years old. A lot of the kids that are winning these cities, they can't afford to buy the Xbox. So a lot of the good players in the country haven't converted over to the Xbox. They're still playing on the PS2. Most Madden players continue to play on the PS2. So this year, having played now on the Xbox for a month, my record online is 164-41. Each game takes about an hour. So it gives you an idea of how much time I've put into it. But for every hour I've played online, I've probably taken 3 hours and focused it in the actual practice room, just playing against random defenses and offenses on the computer. So this year, I would say I've spent more than the first year. My offense is at a level it's never been at before. I get mad when anyone stops me from scoring a touchdown, any drive. And my defense is pretty solid. It's not as good as it was the first year, but I still got 5 days. Hopefully by the time the tournament rolls around, it'll be where it needs to be. I'm giving myself a 1-4 chance of making the finals this year in Seattle. 50-50 from there to win Seattle. And I guess a 1-32 chance if you happen to see this film take place in Hawaii. I got a dog. He's outside. His name's Napoleon Dynamite. It's 4:21 in the morning, a.m. on, let's see, today is, I guess, Saturday. The tournament starts in 29 hours, well, 30 hours at Seahawks Stadium. And I've just lost 3 games in a row, which is a big disappointment because I had won 30 in a row before that. I can't tell if it's because it's 4:21 in the morning that I'm playing so bad, or what the deal is. I want to figure out this dime blitz this guy did. And I learned a lot today just playing. I learned that there's a play called the fade in Tennessee's playbook that is basically unstoppable, single back flex. So I worked for a couple hours trying to figure out how to stop that fade route, and then also handle the interior tight end in that goes with that play. It's obviously the best play in the playbook, or in the entire game. And I'm thinking, now that I've spent all my time perfecting Kansas City's playbook, that maybe I've got the wrong playbook. But I talked to Don, and he talked me off the ledge and said, I got to stay with the playbook that I have. So I'm going to get back online here, and I'm going to figure that out. I don't exactly know if I should stay up till like 7 or 8 in the morning, try to figure that out, because I don't know if I want to be up till even, well, today's Saturday. I need to get some sleep. I'm thinking I should stay up a long time, like maybe noon or something. I'm pretty incoherent, obviously, but I'm going to continue to practice, and I'll worry about sleep at a later time. Okay, it's 11 hours. Hold on a second. Let me turn off TV. It's 11 hours before the Madden Challenge, or 12 hours before the Madden Challenge starts. I got 6 hours of sleep last night. I've perfected a offense that'll tell me what the defense is of the opponent that I'm playing. And it starts with an I-formed big twin wide receivers where I run them in motion. If two guys follow in motion, then my primary receiver is the X or wide receiver 2, and my secondary receiver would be the deep ball. If they don't follow him over, that implies it's a zone. If the guys in the middle move, that's not a blitz. So if it's a zone, no blitz, I go to the halfback, and then my second option is the wide receiver deep, and my third option against a blitz, depending on if it's a zone or a man, follows the same thing as if it's not a blitz. But the nice thing about the big is it gives me time. So I've only been working on this for 12 hours, and it reminds me of last year, because last year I couldn't get my offense together until about 12 hours before the match started, exactly what I wanted to do. I played today the guy named RJ who won Phoenix, and he beat me 40-13. And so this made me realize that I had to change my offense. He was running a play that I can't imagine anyone would ever run. It was Oakland, and he was in the I-form big formation, and then he would formation change to single back big and do some streak for Anderson, who I think is a third string tight end or tackle, and he would just throw it high, and the guy caught the ball every time. So I'm going to take a look at that, then I'm going to go for a run. I've ran this new offense now for 2 hours on my computer while I watch Lord of the Rings on my other TV. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to make sure that I run it again. I think I need to take a bunch of half-hour breaks and just make sure I have the offense, and then I'm going to run it in a game and see how it goes. So Evan's going to come down tomorrow. He'll be video cameraing, and Don will be down at 8 o'clock. The tournament starts at 10. So, see you then. It's the day of the match. Evan and Don are supposed to be on their way. It's 8:30. Registration starts at 9. I don't know where those guys are at. But besides that, I played 4 city champions last night, and I lost to all 4 of them. I had a chance to beat the 4th guy. The guy who won LA. I lost in overtime. I had a field goal with no time on the clock in regulation to win, 48-yarder. I missed it, so I should be practicing my field goals. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous. An hour before. I don't give myself much of a chance after losing to those 4 guys, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know, you get beat by those kind of guys, and some of them beat me pretty bad, like 49-17 was my worst thumping by the RJ, the guy who won Phoenix. And it makes you think to yourself, I'm just flustered. One guy was playing the punt zone against me, and I didn't know how to beat it. I now see that swing patterns and posts, deep post beat it. So anyway, I practiced that last night. We'll see how I do. I'm just trying to figure out if this camera is better with the microphone thing in or the microphone thing out. But oh, cool. That must be Don. Hold on. Hey, Magoo, what's up? Oh, Evan. What's up? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll wait 15-20. Registration's from 9 to 10, so. Alright, we'll see you then. Wait. That was Evan. in case the microphone works a little better here, I was just going to say that it's the day of the tournament, and I'm a little bit nervous because I played some city champions last night and lost to all of them, even though I had a chance to beat the guy from LA, but he sucked. So we'll see. I have a lot to improve. I'm going to just stay with my defense that won me 30 games in a row. I'm not going to try this the new offense because I'm just not good enough at it yet. So the guys that seem to win are the guys that perfect one play, or one or two, maybe three plays, and they just have them down so beautifully that they execute. And execution is really the key. So somebody just showed up.
8:30 in the morning after working 10 hours. Same as last year, though.
Evan's on his way, Donnie.
Sweet.
So what are your chances this year?
0. We're still going 50-50, right?
No.
No?
50-50?
That's our deal. That's our standard deal.
Maybe you should practice with me a little bit more.
Who has practiced with you more than me?
The people online.
You can't split it with them?
Well, I'm not saying yes, but I'm not necessarily saying no. How's that?
I'm not sure what that means.
Talk to you later on the camera.
The winner of this tournament might not even be out here right now. Which means all of you all lose. 2-minute quarters are brutal. The same guy that you lose to today in a 2-minute game may not have ever beat you in a 4-minute game, a 5-minute game. But one fumble, 2-minute quarters, you go bye-bye. An interception, holla. Fact. All facts. Men, ladies, so sorry, I hate to exclude y'all. If you are any good in this game, you will be with us today for another 10 hours. Standing for the next 10 hours. Check your footwear, man. Check your footwear. If you have a bad back, I'm so sorry. If you are over 30, I'm so sorry. Gentlemen, I have retired. Why? I can't run with the kids. I can't do it. They are online 10 hours a day. No full-time jobs. They not providers. They don't even have girlfriends. Let alone a demanding woman. With children, we ain't on the same playing field, y'all. Our disrespectful women walk right across the television set. Them kids don't have that problem. They don't pay gas and electric. They don't pay internet service. They don't pay high speed. All they do is clean their room. And I promise you, 3/4 of their rooms are chunky. That being said, man, it's freezing out here. We just came from LA.
All right, Magoo. How'd it go?
Another disappointing Madden. I did manage to win one game this year without owning the system, so it could have been better, could have been worse. Well, it couldn't be much worse.
All right.
Now, I lost my first game. I was one and done after about 300 hours in the game. And I came up with this plan for next year. Next year, I'm just going to focus on run and defense. Then I'm going to look at maybe one or two plays. So I'm going to take the team with the running back that fumbles the least and the best tight end combination. Then I'm going to run maybe one or two pass plays, but I'm just focus entirely on the running game. I think that's the way to win it. A lot of the guys, the guy that beat me today was my biggest fear. He was some guy who could run the ball, and I couldn't stop it. And he was able to control the clock on me. And it doesn't seem like anybody in Madden ever does running because passing is so glamorous and instantly satisfying. But I think you can have big time runs just like big time passes without any special juke moves like there was 2 years ago. So next year that's going to be my focus. Defense and running the ball. I am going to have maybe one or two pass plays I'm going to perfect, but that's going to be it. No more than two. So I'm run everything out of the single back big or the I form big. I'm going to look for formations that you can tell whether the guy's running or passing by the color of the halfback, by the color of his icon. I'm going to run the run play versus every. I'm going to also use the change formation. I'm going to find the best formation and figure out if when I change it, if I can tell whether the guys are in zone or if the guys are in man, like I was able to this year. So remember that for next year, and we'll see you then. Don and I are going to play one game, close the Xbox down for the rest of the year, give it back to Jason. Also, I want to say next year, when I get in line, it's important to remember to get in the back of the line. This year I was in the front of the line, where a lot of the guys were guys that travel with Madden Sports. So I don't want to be in the first 32. The best thing probably to do is not even register, because the second guy was going to play looked at me and said, I don't even own an Xbox, I haven't played it for a month, and he was drinking a beer. So I think I probably could have got a first round victory if I had stayed in later. Also, when you get in and you get up to those consoles, it's important to remember to get in the middle. So you always want the console where there's a console on the other side of you so that you're between people. That way you get more of the screen. At the first start of the game, I was sort of off the screen. So I just played our game after the Madden Challenge. I beat him 35 to, what was the score, Don? 20? 21-35. He got an onside kick. He basically lucked out, but he never stopped my offense. I know now I should have just played the single back, big twins, and changed the direction so I could see the formation, and just call that same play every time. It was fantastic. What is that play called? The cross-up's really good. I think it's called the Owens option. Shame.
Go ahead.